Hello, YouTubers. This is Mr. Zan over here, and today's segment we're gonna be talking about Urahara Kisuke versus the what was this guy's name? Askinak Levad. And you know what? For once, this guy actually died. Personally, I found this guy after a while pretty much annoying now because I'm like, when is this guy gonna actually die? Or when is he gonna be finished by one of these people? He was fighting. He fought Grimjaw. He fought Kisuke. He fought Yoruichi, and Yoruichi's like next apprentice, or forgot the name of that little. It was like the next heir in line to her clan or something. And I'm like wondering, man, like how many people is this guy gonna fight? But I'm assuming that for once this guy's actually gonna be down for once, because man, Urahara Kisuke actually he brought down the house on this guy. He didn't let up for any reason whatsoever. Oh man, but to be honest, like wow, man, I actually was kind of like thinking Urahara Kisuke Bankai was gonna be something to do with more with blood. To be honest, like of his name of his Bankai, because throughout the like previous chapters or when Ichigo first fought Urahara Kisuke, I was wondering what what his Bankai would be. I was always thinking like, oh, maybe it's blood manipulation, kind of like like the blood benders do in like Avatar or stuff like that. But here this one kind of like Tirakubo did like a 360 over here. Instead, it was had to do with cutting and manipulation of the of skin, which kind of still goes on with his scientist like personality going on there, which is pretty cool by the way, on how he actually beat one of these Sternredders. Oh man, but here I am wondering if Kisuke Uruhara is actually gonna survive now. Now that's the big question here. Is he gonna survive? I mean, yeah, sure. Throughout the chapter, they actually showed Nail actually jumping in one of Kisuke Urahara's open hole segments. But I mean, can Nail really make it on time? I mean, she has to save at least four people from what I remember reading the chapter. She has to save Nail has to save at least four people there, and this is gonna be like ironic. Like, oh, maybe Kisuke Urahara is gonna sacrifice himself in order for all of them to be saved. Because I mean, in order for him to keep the Bankai open for the whole gift ball opening, so it can be stayed there. But that's one of my theories that like right now that's going on, that maybe Kisuke might sacrifice himself for all this going on. Well, maybe then when they all escape, they'll all go help out Ichigo, or if they can. I mean, Grimjaw looks like he could take one hell of a beating, but man, I swear, Tiraku always does these things, like he just like these things you expect, they'll come out of nowhere. But surprisingly, the chapter overall was actually pretty intense. It was a battle of wits over and over with Askin and Kisuke Uruhara, each time they're like, oh, I'm actually prepared for this. I'm prepared for this. I'm prepared for this. No, you can't actually beat me. Blah 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 blah. They keep going back and forth. But here I'm wondering, oh man, who really is gonna? Well, of course, Kisuke Uruhara is gonna win it, but in reality, you never know. Manga artists, they can kill off any characters at any random moment. Of course, regardless of popularity. I mean, Kisuke Urahara, he's probably a pretty popular character, but man, to see him like to die, ooh, ooh, Kisuke Urahara's gonna get some ratings. They'll be like, oh my god, people are gonna be they're gonna be like probably sending spam mail to Shonen Jump, like, oh, why'd you kill Kisuke, blah blah, or people these days, all their fan bases, you know. But interesting how Tita Kubo was actually twisting this and turning this turnaround for Bleach now. Like he's actually, I like how he's actually bringing back a lot of recurring characters from many previous chapters before, in all of this. and and Kisuke Urahara actually finally made a big importance to the storyline as well. Usually, you just usually get small side roles, never really in big fights. But you actually finally see Kisuke Urahara. Sorry, my eye. It's really painful now. Finally see Kisuke Urahara fight like, and an actual battle that he actually has his own wits tested upon, where Askin actually made Kisuke Urahara, you know, go down to his last resort. I mean, of course, Kisuke Urahara told Askin that, of course, I have 1,000 other possibilities of what to do. But I mean, he's Askin's the first one to actually put Urahara Kisuke in a situation where he actually was brought down to his knees and using so many tricks and bribery right there. And man, can't believe Yoruichi still hasn't done anything. She's this all powerful woman, and yet she's always getting her ass kicked. That's so hilarious. I swear. I'm glad they actually showed Yoruichi's beast trans beast transformation. Sorry about that. Ugh. Beast transformation right there in order to help Kisuke out. And to be honest, I feel like that's where Askin would have actually been done right there if when Yoruichi was fighting him. That would have been a pretty intense battle right there. Imagine if all this was animated. If the animation companies were actually animating all of this right now, this battle would be pretty intense. I would actually want to watch this animated fight. It would be pretty intense. Like it'd be like probably like 3 or 4 episodes going on with Kisuke fight talking. To be honest, that's what it's really gonna be. It's just most of them talking, but just until the fight scenes, of course. That's when it's really gonna get down to it. How well they're gonna animate all that. Kind of use that the Tokyo Ghoul kind of like style. I'm trying to think of a way to explain it for you viewers. I don't know if you guys catch my drift. They're kind of like those kind of dark vibrant colors, I would say. But all in all, it would be pretty intense. I think it would be a pretty intense fight if it was animated right there. Would have Kisuke finally showing his Bankai. But all in all, I think this chapter was well worth the wait and read right there. Hoping to see what the next chapter will actually unfold as well. As we get to see now that Toshido and Zaraki Kenpachi are actually fighting another one of the Stern Raiders. And as the fight is actually prevailing, you can tell that the fights are actually getting to the conclusion now, as Urahara Kisuke's fight is now actually over. Moving on to one of the last couple fights, and we can see that this is going to be a little tricky. Actually, I'm kind of excited to see how this next fight is going to go over, because we don't really know how they're actually going to defeat them, since this Stern Raider is the miracle, and like he gets sliced and everything, like he gets battered, beaten, bruised, yet he uses that as a regeneration technique. Sorry, my eye. Regeneration techniques in order to increase his strength. I'm here thinking that they're probably going to seal him. I feel like they're actually going to use the third C right after Ikaku Madara. They're going to use the third C from the 11th division and use his techniques in order to seal this guy. That's the way I feel that they might go on for that one. But leave a comment and subscribe, because these are all my ideas that I'm just throwing out there. And love the chapter, by the way. Love how TD Kubo's kind of going on with this. But yeah, this is Zen signing out.